Hi guys, it's that time again. Which is better? And in this video we're going to be looking at which is better between Motorhead and Celtic. But before I continue, I just want to direct you to check out this album by Cradle of Filth, which is Dusk and Her Embrace. Link will be in the description. But other than that, let's just get on with it. So looking at Bomber by Motorhead, we have to remember that this was released at a time when the new wave of British heavy metal, which was in, let's say, the early 80s, is commonly pointed at which this loud and larger than life genre of music began to gain steam and become much more faster and more aggressive. But one need to look no further than the early work of Motorhead. Okay, punk is also an important factor in this equation too, for a sense of where the increased focus on speed came from. In 1979, Motorhead released the album Overkill and its title track to this day is considered quite influential on speed metal. Also in 1980, the band would release the album Ace of Spades, which was just sheer badassery. And yet, the more balanced and paced Bomber appears to be the band's most overlooked early album. A shame because it's essential Motorhead. However, having been released in October 1979, it was sandwiched between the two most popular albums. A deal of fully realised songwriting chops on display on this album. It's got plenty of hooks which are usually just a few simple notes of power chords like the main riffs of Lawman and Sharpshooter. Not to forget the bassline of Stone Dead Forever. And then there's the slowness of Street Revenge, which has a blues vibe to it. Bomber is also really well paced. The first half of the album is pretty much flawless since it's got that valley structure. Dead Men Tell No Tales is energetic and inspires the listener with a good message about staying clean. But then the album eventually slows down before picking up pace on Sharpshooter. The second half of the album has songs like All the Aces and Talking Head, which are prime examples of satisfying deep cuts for full album listeners. In fact, whenever I reference old school heavy metal bands on my playlist, bands like Grave, Incantation and Bother would usually feature, but the song Talking Head will also feature in the shuffle as well. Finally, you get also into the album with the titular Bomber, which showed Lemmy's interest in history as much as women and having a good time. Switching gears, we're going to look at To Make a Therion by Celtic. Now, this is their first full-length album, and it's a band whose influence and significance in extreme metal is undeniable and beyond question, alongside bands like Slayer and Venom. Their contribution to the genre is the most notable and cardinal. It's just mind-blowing how anyone can come up with such acrimonious and apocalyptic music and still not look dry or repetitive. Thomas Gabriel is a riff legend. He comes up with such demonic stuff and gives new tunes out of nowhere. The album contains frequent tempo fluctuations and alternations which help it capture in the essence and the feel of the album. Not only has this pioneered thrash, death and black, its doom sections are notable as well. The album opener is like a chilly warning for the storm of madness which follows. It gives a glimpse of dark and grim nature of this release. The richness of their violent yet artistic music manifest shows their talent and competence. Every single song following the 1 minute mood settler is evidence of their skills and expertise, but the last track, Necromantical Screams, is probably the most evil of them all. You find yourself caught in a nefarious atmosphere. Yeah, but guys, let me know in the comments down below which album you think is better. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.